Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's 6:30-ish, probably a little closer to 7 now. I decided I'm going to come do a little fishing this morning. I've been doing a lot of... I guess the best thing to say is I have been working on a ton of stuff for deer season. Not necessarily stuff that I'm going to make a video with, but more or less sighting in rifles, sighting in my crossbow, kind of that perfection piece that I do every year. And it's stuff that could make a video, but it's not stuff you want to see me just sit and nitpick and get so... Let's just say it this way. It'll literally take me another 2 weeks to get this one new rifle finished sighting in, because I'm so nitpicky of how it needs to be sighted in. It has to be exact. It can't be just off a slight bit. It can't be anything. I mean, yes, you want your rifle sighted in, of course, but what I'm getting at is I overthink, and I will sit there and do it and do it and do it. And it's probably going to take 2 weeks for me to talk myself into it's good, it's perfect, it's the way it needs to be. That's what I mean. I actually have a few new baits I want to try. Anyway, I'm here, so let's do some fishing because I'm tired of talking. So as we head on down, just kind of wanted you to see a little of the scenery. You can see we got some fish already hitting up here. But the funny thing is I never catch anything up here. Never. It's the oddest thing. The great thing about this place is that it has this pond and then the other that you've seen me fish a dozen times, and they're within walking distance to one another, not real far off. This one actually feeds into the other one whenever there's a overflow. Alright, well, we got the chest cam on, aka my cell phone, on a GoPro chest mount. There are fish heading all over. You can see right here, a bunch of ripples close right here to the bank. So what we're going to be using is a propeller bait. I personally have not used these a lot, but I'm interested to see what kind of results I can get with it out here, just because it is, I can almost guarantee you, it's something different than what these fish have seen in a long time. And the reason I say that is because I fish out here pretty frequently. I've been out here during the week, I've been out here on the weekends, and this is just not a very heavily fished place. And there's a lot of management that needs to be done. So that being said, it's a perfect opportunity to try out a few different top waters. And this is actually my top water rod setup. It's on a Berkeley Cherrywood 7-foot medium. The rod actually fishes more like a medium heavy. And this is the Cast King Spartacus 2. If this is a setup you were interested in, I want to say this was roughly about a $60 setup. So, still fits in that budget friendly range. which isn't bad. So I will kind of stress the importance of already having your stuff pre-rigged for your trip. As you can see, the topwater bite is not happening right this second. I've seen some fish hit, but when you're fishing a pond, 3 poles are usually a really good option to have. Because now I can go between finesse and hard baits. So I've got topwater, then I have my crankbaits that I can throw in between if the topwater bite seems a little slow, and then I can switch over to finesse whenever the bite slows down completely. So it really gives you the best versatility on how to fish it. And right now I'm using a jointed crankbait. It's the Sexy Shad color, I believe is what it's called. Each company has their own name, but I mean the colors align every time, so little trick with these guys is, oop, just got one right there. Awesome. Oh, all right, guys. There is our first one of the morning. Looks like he got hooked in the mouth, and yeah, we got him in the mouth and got him by a gill. Treble hooks will get you every time, won't they, buddy? Good little start. He's probably a little half-pounder. Nothing big, but that's telling me that they are starting to feed a little more, which is good. Usually I don't do a lot of morning fishing over here. It's usually in the afternoon. Y'all saw in a recent video where I caught catfish and I ended up with one largemouth. You never really know what baits are going to work. All right. So that bite slowed down a little bit. Let's go ahead and give that old Ned rig a shot and see how it does. You're gonna want to use a Ned rig in the summer, or any kind of finesse style, is the bass start getting lethargic and they don't want to move. So not a bad way to catch fish. I've caught a ton out here just on using green pumpkin, and this is like I think this is the Ned Ocho is what it's called, and I'm not using anything other than summer colors. This is just green pumpkin, so nothing crazy. But the thing with finesse is it really slows down your fishing. It slows you down as well, and you're forced to take a lot more time with your presentation. drag set. Feels like I got a bunch of grass on here already. Yep. Now we're just going to take that and set it in the bed of the truck. It's hot enough outside that that should start to soak in good for tonight. So, decided to come do a little hog hunt. The property owner on property 2, which is the one I trap on, asked me to come pop some pigs. There really hasn't been a whole lot moving, and during the summer I slowed down on trapping because my family and I, and Randall's family as well too, we eat what we kill. And I don't want those big wormy bastards on my table. So, tend to slow down on the trapping a little bit, but he said they're getting to be a little much, so we're out here doing a little hunting. Did y'all see my new little toy? It's a SBR. It's a AR-15 chambered in 7.62x39. Kind of my go-to round for any kind of short range hunting. I mean, like, we're 65 yards. Is our max shot, maybe 80, but same ballistics as a 30-30, and he has his goat of a rifle right there, the greatest of all time, the 30-06. Anyways, y'all saw me doing a little fishing this morning. It all went well. Got the one little RG, and it was all good. But it's getting to that point to where I can switch from doing some fishing in the morning to hog hunting at night now. Well, now that I'm not distracted by the boat, property 2 is about to get a whole lot more attention. So I do have some things in the works for the hog trap. Few things that may include a live video feed versus using a game cam to monitor. So I'll show y'all what I got coming. I'm going to come out here in about a week or two and start looking at all the components of the hog trap just to make sure everything's good. Do a little clearing out, and we're going to get ready to start doing some trapping again too. But when I get the new components in, kind of show you the setup that I have and lead you into a little bit more details of that as well too. So anyways, this is the last little portion of a monologue in this video because everything else is going to be night vision from here on out. So once we get on some pigs and take a few shots, I'll show you what the night brings. Matt.